Hello everyone, I am Supriya Sahai. I am a transition coach of life, your business or your career. And today I'm going to be talking about a very relevant topic, that is on parenting and how we all are accidentally parenting, especially in the 21st century. Adults become parents accidentally, and to become a parent is the easier part. It's just a one-day job. But to take care of your children every single day, that's the real deal. So before I dive into today's topic, that is accidentally parenting in the 21st century, I would like to share a little bit about me on a personal level to all of you. I'm a mother of 2 children myself. So apart from my professional side, I have a boy who is 7.5 years old and a girl who is 3.5. And what I'm going to be sharing about to you is also my personal challenge, because as a parent and a professional, I find myself in a very big challenge to parent and to parent intentionally, especially being a parent of a young child. So let me give you a little background about why I am using the term accidental today. And the reason why is that a lot of what we have been doing in the tool of being a parent, especially in the past decade, has been very much accidental. And the reason is that in the past decade, there has been an explosion of the necessity that has been created in the lives of young children to be introduced to gadgets, be it an iPad or mobile phones or Xboxes or schools endorsing. In order for young children to be prepared for the future, they have to come on gadgets ASAP. If you would like to understand more about this topic, that is gadgets and young children, please watch out the rest of the videos here on my channel, because a lot of them talk about how we are turning our children into addicts, especially in the past decade, because of the explosion of the necessity that has been created in the lives of young children. It's like saying that everyone is so aware of that plastic is literally killing the planet. But we go on mercilessly consuming and producing it because products still look good out of plastic, or they're just convenient, or we're just looking at each other and saying that, hey, why should I be the one to go first? Everyone else is using it. But we're not talking here about products today. We're talking about children. And these are not just children who are your or mine. These are souls. These are human beings who have come through us. These are intelligent human beings that we are allowing to be in a vegetative state in their minds and in their bodies, because we as adults and we as a society and we as a system are really failing to come up with more sustainable ideas and solutions to keep them engaged and to keep them educated and well aware for their present and their future time. The average screen time of young children has really skyrocketed around and right now during the COVID-19. And yes, of course, there is an entire industry of gadgets which are encashing on this opportunity to create more and more platforms or products to keep children engaged, or the families engaged in, again, in quotes, meaningful activities. But my question is that how much of this is sustainable? These inflated forecasts made by digital giants has no forecast and no research done on the human side effects, especially on the minds of young children. So if we keep ignoring a lot of research and a lot of scientists and people who have been researching about the side effects of introducing screens at a very young age. We may have a generation of young children who may be very adept to use the wow features of these products, but we may start having a generation of children who are not at all equipped to handle their mind, body, and their spirits. And we may have more cases of people, young adults, getting into anxiety and depression, and God forbid, suicides. COVID-19 will bring disruptions, and disruptions are already being seen across industries. We need to bring back our young children into the real world. We cannot afford to keep them in this make-believe world and just keep them mindlessly occupied, thinking that when they are adult enough, they will come back into the workforce and start contributing. That will be too late for all of us to bear together as a society. And so my sincere effort through all the episodes that I have been releasing on my channel and today is for all of us as parents to start realizing that we are parenting accidentally, especially in the past decade. And I will invite you to stay tuned to more videos from my end, as I am also in the process of releasing a book on how to gadget less in the lives of your young children between the age of 0 to 14. Because believe me when I say this is a created need, and I will be sharing more videos on what I mean by the created need. Today, let me leave you with 3 remembrances, so that if you have realized that there is some truth in what I have shared today, and if some parts of today's video has made any sense to you, let's at least start taking small steps to reduce screen time in our lives first, and then in the lives of our young children. So the first R is reduce. 21 into 21. And what does the 21 by 21 mean? What I mean by this number multiplication is that if you're noticing that your child is over addicted and over dependent on screen time, your children can be between the age of 2 or 5 or 6 or even up to 14, 15, and they are way addicted to their screen time, you can start in smaller chunks. So remove 21 minutes from their daily screen addiction and practice removing this chunk consistently for the next 21 days. The second R stands for reduce again. And so when you're reducing some time, a part of your screen time from your children also need to somewhere notice that you too are removing some of your screen time. And I will be talking about this very important topic in another video of mine. So keep watching and subscribe for this channel if you are aware of gadget addiction in the life of your children. So coming back to reducing, so you can reduce a part of your screen time in front of your children so that it's visible to them, and you can again either have it for 21 minutes or around the time when you have removed the chunk from their screen time. So the last is T. Now T stands for trust, and I will recommend that when you remove these 21 minutes from your children's screen time, I will please really request you all not to entertain them with something else or give them some DIY or craft activity. Please do not do that. And I'll tell you why. because what you are trying to do in these 20 minutes is to try and give your children's mind and body some rest, because it's a myth that sitting in front of gadgets is relaxing them. So what children need at that time is not another activity. What they need is you to be around them, doing something on your own. Maybe you've picked up some book and you're reading around them without even asking them to come and get involved in something else, because that's where you start conditioning your children to always keep doing something. And they need to start understanding that they can trust themselves in those 21 minutes, that they are naturally creative, resourceful and whole to either not do something or do something that maybe they like, or you trust yourself. So I would like to quickly recap the acronym, that is RRT. R is reduce screen time for your child, 21 into 21. The second R is to reduce your own screen time around your children and do it generously. And the last is T, that is to trust yourself and your children. So if you have liked any part of this video, or if you are yourself struggling with parenting in the 21st century, especially with so much of pressure of introducing gadgets to your young children, I would love to hear from you. Share your struggles. Where do you find that it becomes very, very scary or overwhelming to just keep up with the pace of your children demanding screens all the time? Because we're all in this together. This is not to say that you're not a good parent. All we're doing is just learning as we go in this journey that is parenting, and I would love to be a part of that, because there is no other way. There is no other way better than to come out and share your struggles, and I would love to answer each one of your queries. So I'm saying bye for this week, and I'm going to meet you next Tuesday with another new video on how are we accidentally parenting in the 21st century, especially around gadgets and screens being a very, very big challenge for us as parents. And before I go, I would like to leave with one teeny weeny sentence, and that is that in order for us to be parents, I'll invite you all to stop thinking about the future of your child. I will invite you to become present of their present moments as a family. So have a beautiful and blessed family time.